If you had a choice to make, would you choose high cash flow or depreciation where it can take you up to 30 days to access that capital? And on top of that, that capital is still only credit. Okay? Now, obviously, I'm talking about car rentals versus real estate. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly why I choose car rentals. And I'm going to explain why a lot of people think real estate is better when it's actually not. So, without any delay, we'll get right into the video. I'm Alex Otto. I help people start and scale their car rental business. I teach you how to rent cheap economy cars to gig economy workers. Okay, so make sure you smash the like button and let's get right into the video. Car rentals, the reason why I chose car rentals over real estate is because car rentals provide me with a high cash flow with very little capital invested. Okay, if you ever purchased a property before, which I have, a lot of people think that I haven't, it takes at least 5 to 10% down. I know a lot of people are going to say, no, FHA is 3.5% down, but it is not. FHA is 3.5% down, plus the security deposit, plus you have to pay for all your appraisals. So at the end, you put about 5% down. Okay. Now, obviously, after FHA, we're talking about other types of loans, right? Like conventional loans and investment loans that require even more capital. So you have to put essentially a minimum of about $5,000 to $10,000 down, right? Just to get more debt to control a house, right? So you're taking on a lot of debt just to control an asset, and then on top of that, most of the time on that asset, you're making $500 to $1,000 a month in profit, right? After your rent minus your mortgage minus the expenses, you'll be lucky to usually make $1,000 in profit. So this means that you're taking on a high cost, right, just to get a little bit of cash flow. And this can be all well and good, but if you are starting a business, or if you're in a position where you're starting from scratch, you don't have any money, it's very important that you start with cash flow first. Okay? Car rentals is high cash flow. All you need is about $3,000 to $5,000 to get an entire car. You get an entire car. You don't have to go and use that to finance more debt. You get an entire car. You take that car and you rent it out for $400 a week. So you can make 100% return on your investment in 3 months, in 4 months. Now you can take that and go buy more cars. So even if you were starting from scratch with zero and you can only buy one car, after a year, you can end up with 4 cars. It's very difficult to do that with real estate, with property. And this is just money that you're recycling to acquire more assets. The high cash flow allows you to be able to invest in other things. So if you're looking to invest into real estate, you need a lot of money up front. With car rentals, it's the opposite. You don't need a lot of money up front. And I'm going to get into the other details. Okay, but if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, now let's get into the other details. Let's get into the expenses. When it comes to real estate, some of the expenses can be massive. If your HVAC system goes down, that's $10,000. If you made $1,000 a month for 12 months and your HVAC system goes down, you're down to $2,000. That's just the truth, right? If your tenant causes any major repairs, right, which happens all the time in real estate, that can essentially wipe out all your profit for an entire year. Whereas with the car, that doesn't happen, okay? In the worst case scenario with the car gets crashed and totaled, your insurance pays you out for the value of the vehicle, you keep all your profits, and then you take that money you got paid out for the insurance and go buy another vehicle. It is simply a better business model in terms of cash flow. And I know what a lot of people are going to say. What about this depreciation? That's why you buy cars that have already depreciated. So when I tell people my cars don't depreciate, they can't fathom their head around it, right? It like breaks their reality. But the truth is, if you buy cars that have already fully depreciated, where's the depreciation? I've bought a car on Facebook Marketplace for $4,000, rented it for a year, and sold it for $4,000 on Facebook Marketplace. Where's the depreciation? Essentially, I got a free car. And then for that entire year, I made $400 a week. So I made $20K plus the $4K I got back, $24,000. And people don't seem to understand this because everybody just regurgitates the lies that cars only depreciate, cars are liabilities only, but that's simply not true. If you purchase a real estate property, and this is what most people do, they will purchase a real estate property, they'll live in it, and then they'll say that that's an investment because it's appreciating. Well, it's not, and here's why. If you purchase a property and live in it, you're paying the mortgage. So that appreciation that you're getting, you're already paying it in your mortgage. And then if there's any repairs, there goes all the extra money that you would have made. And we all know repairs happen in real estate all the time. So people don't understand this very simple concept. There's nothing bad about real estate. But the reason why most people start a business is so that they can make money. Most people start businesses because they need money. How can you go and start a business and the very first thing you have to do is take on hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt before you can even make the money back? And this is the problem with real estate. Now let's talk about the appreciation everybody talks about so much. Oh yeah, it appreciates, right? The value goes up. Cool. Do people know the reason why the value goes up? The actual reason why? The property isn't worth more 5 years later. It's not. The reason why the value goes up is because of inflation. It's because the dollar value goes down. That's the real reason why property value goes up. It's simply because of inflation. If you don't believe me, look it up. The dollar has deflated 25% in the last 5 years alone. So property values are going up because the dollar is inflating like crazy. So it's not because the property is worth more. It's because it's inflating. And then on top of that, to access that appreciation, you still need to have good credit. So what happens if you start a business in real estate and something goes wrong, and things go wrong in business all the damn time, and you can't pay your mortgage for that month? Now you get hit with a late payment. Let's say you recover the following month. Let's say you've had the property for 5 years, so you have, let's say, $20,000 in appreciation. But now you have a late payment. How do you access that appreciation? You don't. That's how. Because now they're gonna pull your credit. They're gonna see that you had a late payment, and they're gonna say, sorry, denied. Because that appreciation is not real. It's just on paper. So the money that you make is on paper. And on top of that, to access that money that you make, you have to do two things. You don't have to get credit on it, which is not your money because that's the bank's money. Credit is the bank's money, not yours. Or you got to sell the property to get the money. Right? So a HELOC or a refi, or you got to sell the property to get the money. So either way, yes, you get appreciation, but you need credit. And then on top of that, even if you do have the credit, it's still the bank's money. Or you got to get rid of the asset to get the cash. So now you no longer have the asset. And on top of that, you're not going to make 100% return. The average is 8 to 10% a year. So when you're starting a business where you need money, go with a high cash flow in business, and that's what car rental gives you. Okay? You can invest $3,000 to $5,000. You make your money back in 3 months, and then continue to reinvest back into your business. And then after you get to 10 cars, you have a high cash flowing business that you can leverage to buy real estate if you need to. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. All right, if you're serious about starting your car rental business, I teach people how to rent cheap cars to gig economy workers. Join my Facebook community. The link is in the description. And then definitely book a consultation call. That way I can show you step by step my systems on how I rent cheap economy cars to gig economy workers without spending extra time in my business.